Hi everybody. First of all, I'd like to thank all of our longtime supporters for all of your suggestions and feedback on our products. We're always amazed here at the office with all the different ways that you guys use our products, ways that we never imagined. So we very much appreciate the feedback and the suggestions and the requests, especially on our forum. We've used those to make a lot of improvements to our products with our new firmware updates, and we're working on making a lot more improvements and updates based on your suggestions. So please keep them coming. And I'd also like to welcome all of the new people who are just getting our products for the first time. Welcome to the Singular Sound family. We love to have you here. And this video is for you guys, so you can learn how to set up your gear in an easy and quick way so they work perfectly together the way you want it to. So without further ado, let's get started. In this video tutorial, we're going to explain how to control the BeatBuddy and Aeros Loop Studio together using MIDI commands, MIDI In, start, record, and playback function, next part MIDI command, and start and stop using the Footswitch. Let's start with connecting the BeatBuddy and the Aeros together. Plug the 5-pin MIDI cable in the out port of the BeatBuddy MIDI breakout cable, and then into the in port on the Aeros. The Aeros will indicate the MIDI sync on the main screen to confirm that the two pedals are synced together. You can verify this by starting a new quantized song on the Aeros and changing the tempo on the BeatBuddy. You'll see the tempo change in both units. We have a dedicated video that explains the complete MIDI connectivity using the BeatBuddy, Aeros, and MIDI Maestro, so make sure to check out that video. We'll leave a link in the description below. When using the BeatBuddy and Aeros together, one of the cool options you have to choose between is record and playback, which you can find in the Aeros main settings at the bottom. This controls what the Aeros does when it receives a MIDI start command from the BeatBuddy. The BeatBuddy sends out a start command right after it finishes playing the intro fill and when it is unpaused. By selecting record, the Aeros will automatically start recording when it receives a MIDI start command if there are no tracks currently recorded in the song part. This can be disabled by deselecting record. This is very useful to get into the groove first by playing along with the drums and then start recording whenever you feel like it by pressing the button on the Aeros. The playback option will control whether the Aeros starts playing recorded tracks when it receives a start command from the BeatBuddy. With playback enabled, the drums and the Aeros tracks will start playing at the same time. If you want the drums to start playing first and bring in the Aeros later, disable the playback option on the Aeros. Another way the BeatBuddy controls the Aeros is that the BeatBuddy sends out a next part MIDI command whenever it changes song parts. In 2x2 mode, this will trigger the Aeros to automatically change parts as well. In 6x6 mode, you will need to select a new song part on the Aeros before changing song parts on the BeatBuddy will activate that song part on the Aeros. You can disable the next part command from being sent in the BeatBuddy settings if you want the BeatBuddy song parts to change without changing the Aeros song parts. You can always change song parts on the Aeros without changing BeatBuddy song parts. Check out the video in the description for a cool demo of an artist using the BeatBuddy and the Aeros together in this way. The final way the BeatBuddy controls the Aeros is with the pause and unpause function. The BeatBuddy sends out a stop command after the end of the outro fill and when it is paused. This will stop playback on the Aeros. The BeatBuddy sends out a start command when first starting the beat after the intro fill and also when unpausing the beat. This allows you to start and stop the playback of both units at the same time. An alternative to this pause function is called mute pause on the BeatBuddy. When you select this setting, the BeatBuddy will only mute the drums. It will not stop them or send out a stop command. This allows you to stop the drums playback, but keep the Aeros playback going. Unpausing on the BeatBuddy just unmutes the drums, so they come back perfectly in sync with the Aeros. Well, I hope you found this video useful to get you started using your BeatBuddy and Aeros together. We're working on a lot more MIDI implementation for both the BeatBuddy and the Aeros, so you could use the MIDI Maestro to control them both in an integrated system. So please join us on the Singular Sound Forum and let us know what you would like to see implemented. You could always email us if you need any help with anything, or you'd just like to give us some feedback. We love hearing from you. So thank you for tuning in, and keep rocking.